Let's just say if you find yourself in a situation where your airplane goes down and all you can find is a package on your airplane with a Temu bow in it to survive with. Hopefully this thing doesn't explode when I pull it back. Let's go out hunting with the worst bow I've ever used. Oh, this is gonna be a challenge, that's for sure. All right, guys, this is the absolute cheapest bow I could find. I actually got this off Temu. I'll show the receipt here. It was only like $47. So less than $50 here. We're gonna see if it's good enough to take it out and go hunting this afternoon. Maybe we can make some dinner with it. Let's see what it says on the box right here. Let's see, it says, never mind. Yeah, cut that part out, but all right. Let's see what's in the box. Now, this bow says it's 35 pounds. Kind of funny, but the picture it shows, I'll show the receipt here, the picture it shows is a longbow. This is certainly not a longbow, this is a recurve, but for $47, can I really complain? And I'm sure this string is of the highest quality materials, right? Some of you have probably paid more for a string than I paid for this whole bow. It says it's 35 pounds, but sometimes these cheap Chinese bows can be a little off on poundage. I guess this might just be our one last hurrah before the tariffs hit and we can't get this cheap stuff anymore, but maybe they'll come to an agreement on it. It's not going together real smoothly here. It's pretty rough threads in it. Hopefully this thing doesn't explode when I pull it back. Let's see if I can get it strung up here. Actually, if it's gonna explode, it's probably gonna be during this stringing part here. Golly. Guys, this brace height is absolutely incredible. You're supposed to set it to about where your thumb's at. This isn't good. Maybe this cheap string will stretch, but wow. That is the highest brace height on a bow I've ever seen. Maybe it'll stretch as we shoot it a few times here. Yeah, so far first impressions. This thing sucks, but what do you expect for a $47 Temu bow? I think one of the reasons I really like doing these videos with the cheap bows is just to show people it doesn't cost a fortune to be able to go out in nature and be able to go out hunting. You can do it on a budget pretty easily. And also, I brought some of these dollar Temu arrows with me. Let's go see if she shoots. Got my target right there in the tree. I'm really hoping we can get at least semi dialed in with this so we can go out and try and get us something for dinner. I do not have high hopes for this, but let's see if I can hit that target there. Bullseye. Yeah, pretty slow, but that did go right in the bullseye. Two in the bullseye. Let's see if I can go three here, and then I'll back up and we'll shoot a little farther. Terrible arrow flight, but I'm also shooting plastic vanes off of a shelf, so really what can you expect? All right, let's back up, see if we can hit it long range. I'm back here quite a bit farther. Let's see if I can hit it. This brace height has still not went down any, and this is pretty crazy. Well, that arrow's gone. Went a little bit low. Second try. I got the target. We're just a little bit below the bullseye there. I'll use some shoestrings and it would be better than this bowstring, honestly. Take one more shot here, and then we're gonna head out hunting. Bullseye. We're ready to go hunting. All right, I'm gonna take 3 arrows hunting with us. I got some cheap dollar broadheads. I guess we'll see how they perform too. I've harvested deer with these and they performed pretty well, but on these rocks out here, they're only good for 1 shot. Let's go out hunting with the worst bow I've ever used. Oh, this is gonna be a challenge, that's for sure, but maybe we can make dinner. Yeah, it's gonna be a miracle if I don't just throw this thing straight in the trash after this video. Been seeing a lot of rabbits moving these last few days, so really hoping we can walk up on a rabbit in this brush here, and I'm gonna have to get close with this thing. I need him like 5 yards or less probably, because there's no way I'm shooting over 10 or 15 yards with this. Maybe the quality of some items out of China isn't great, but there actually is a lot of quality stuff that comes out of China. A lot of you don't know this, but a substantial portion of the fortune I accumulated in my 20s was made on Chinese equities. Is the Chinese empire coming to an end? I don't know, because American exports are really only like 4% of GDP, so probably gonna continue some pretty good growth, but they're going through some really hard economic times right now, and I've got nothing against China. I've made a lot of money investing in China. Now, are the glory days over? I don't know, I guess we'll have to see. I do still hold quite a few Chinese stocks, but am I worried about it? Will I live if they get delisted or we go to war? Yeah, I'll recover. I've had some pretty good losses in my life, and that one would be up there, but I think we'd recover from it. I am gonna be kind of sad when I can't get my cheap broadheads and arrows out of China anymore. All right, I'm still on the hunt for a rabbit here. Or a snake, or I guess whatever we can find. Whatever will let us get close enough. Some Chinese guy bought a huge ranch over there down the road from me, and I think our government just actually forced him to sell it, which is probably for the better, because the Air Force does a lot of practicing over my land here, and it's probably not a good idea for them to be watching that kind of stuff. But I think he was gonna build wind turbines all out there, which I'm not really that big of a fan of wind turbines. I'd much rather have oil wells on my land than wind turbines. Just scanning the brush here looking for a rabbit. We should come across one here shortly. Well, the sun is starting to set. The wind out here seems like it never ends. It's just whipping at all times. I'm up by the cabin. I've spotted a rabbit. Let's see if I can work my way in close enough. It's really windy. But sometimes the wind actually helps break the stillness and let you get in closer for a shot. He's right there behind that bush. That first shot just missed his head by inches there. I've got one last arrow. I'm gonna go for a long shot here. Dang it. But I've got plenty more arrows in the cabin. Let's grab them quick. I grabbed some more arrows. Let's see if I can get within range of one again. There was rabbits everywhere. Where did they go? And they were gone. They vanished into the brush. All right, guys, so what are my thoughts on the $47 Temu bow? Well, let's just say if you find yourself in a situation where your airplane goes down and all you can find is a package on your airplane with a Temu bow in it to survive with, good luck. That thing is trash.